Hello, guys. Today we're going to be discussing preselection. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with what the term preselection means that women are attracted to men who other women find attractive. So, in this example, we have one woman here and another woman here. And preselection would say if this woman was not the first person, say if it was this woman, because she's interested into him, this woman say walks in the room, sees this dude with this woman and goes, oh, well, if she's attracted to him, then I'm interested. I want to know why he's so attractive to her. And that also creates attraction. The idea that one woman liking a man would mean that other women would also like that man. Or if a lot of women like one man and other women see that, they're going to start liking that man as well. That's what preselection is. And I kind of think that preselection doesn't actually exist. And I'll explain why. So, the reason that preselection exists is because women like a lot of the same things that other women like, the same way men like a lot of the same things that other men like. If you told me there was a woman who is skinny, in shape, has a good body, good smile, good eyes, has a good personality, is not toxic, is mentally stable, she's not emotionally abusive, she doesn't have any sicknesses, she's someone who's in good health, who's not an abusive person, who is emotionally stable, mentally stable, not anything wrong with her, who is, very good looking, who's like good on every base you can think of. She has an education, she has good life goals, she doesn't have any bad behavior, she's not self-destructive like an extremely attractive woman. Regardless if no other man found her attractive, of course you would find her attractive. And I think you can apply the same thing to women. I think the main issue with pre-selection is, say if there is a guy who is like tall, good looking, successful, is not an abusive person, it has a good personality, has a good job, has a lot of things in life going for them. That dude is going to be liked by women regardless if other women like her. And now to that you might say, well, that's not pre-selection. That's just a guy being attractive. Pre-selection is when other women find a guy attractive. Therefore, if there's another woman who sees that, she finds the guy attractive. Now, let's take the same subject, like the same situation, and we're going to flip it to men now. Let's take Lizzo, who isn't, considered to be a very attractive woman. I would say most men probably don't find Lizzo to be extremely attractive, or say like Whoopi Goldberg. If Henry Cavill, Timothy Chalamet, these very attractive, successful, extremely good-looking men, if both of them found Lizzo attractive, and say like thousands of men found Lizzo attractive and thousands of men found Whoopi Goldberg attractive, does that make you find these people attractive? You're not necessarily going to find Lizzo any more or less attractive because Henry Cavill liked her. You might be interested in saying, well, why would Henry Cavill like Lizzo? But you're not going to sit there and go, oh, well, therefore Lizzo must be attractive, or I must be attracted to Lizzo as well because Henry Cavill is, or because all of these men are. That's the same thing you can apply to women. And the issue with pre-selection and why pre-selection doesn't exist, pre-selection is the symptom of being attractive. It's not the cause. So what that means is if a guy is attractive, he's gonna have women who like him, and because women like a lot of the same thing that other women like, it's going to look like, oh, well, a lot of women like him and another one likes him. Therefore, the one that just liked him started liking him because all these other women did in the past. And that's just not necessarily true. Like, if you think about what a woman finds attractive, they like men who are tall. They like men who are usually in between, say, you hear the 6 foot thing. Realistically, if you're in average range, you'll be fine. But women like, say, like a man who's 6'1" to 6'4", like, you know, if you're 6'1" to 6'4" and you see like all these women liking you, another woman likes you, the other woman, the new one, say she didn't like him because all these other women liked him. She liked him in the first place. She liked him because of his height in the first place. And these other women also liked him as well all of a sudden now because of his height. And it goes into other things too. Say if you have a good face, like you have a good jawline. Maybe this picture is not necessarily the best example. I wouldn't say he's extremely good looking, but I would say still he's like decent, decently above average, I would still say. Like maybe a bit more on the average side, but He's definitely not bad looking by any stretch of the imagination. His jawline seems to be okay, but like say for example, like this guy, this guy has a say like this guy had like a decent face, or say Henry Cavill. You think women would like Henry Cavill because he's attractive, or would they like Henry Cavill because they see thousands of other women liking Henry Cavill? And let's just think about that for a second. That's why I think pre-selection doesn't really exist, in my opinion. If pre-selection existed, how would that even start? Just think about that. Let's say you have a very attractive woman who likes a guy, and now all of a sudden all these other women like him because that one woman liked him. What made that one woman to start like the guy if it wasn't the guy? If the guy is unattractive, that's the answer. You can't that question you can't really answer unless pre-selection isn't real. The guy is just attractive, and one woman found him attractive, and other women found him attractive. The same way one man will find a girl like Alexandra Daddario attractive, as would another man. They wouldn't find her attractive because one dude liked her and then another dude liked her, and then they see all these men liking her. Therefore, it's pre-selection. It's they liked her in the first place. Pre-selection doesn't really work because of that one thing about it. Like, how is it that this one man was found to be attractive by this one woman in the first place to start this chain? Unless, of course, maybe he was attractive, and those are the things that made all those women go to him. And maybe the women who see other women going to him, they go to check him out to see what makes him attractive. So I don't think pre-selection is real. I don't think social proof, which is kind of the same thing, is real either. Don't get me wrong. You want to be well regarded by her female friends or by other women that is attractive, but women are not going to find you more attractive just because another woman found you attractive if you're not attractive yourself in the first place. And that's kind of my whole idea. Like, I don't think pre-selection is real. I don't think pre-selection is one of these things um, that you should really think about too much and waste your dating time about it. Pre-selection is just this thing that is a symptom. It's not the result. Women are going to be interested in men that other women are interested in because the men that women are interested in are inherently attractive, and women want to see attractive men. So it's the result, it's the symptom, it's not the root. That's my main theory around pre-selection and why I don't believe pre-selection necessarily really exists.